Right, we should be live there. Our head is shining in the sun. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if I can post this before so anybody say link. 1, 2. Let's go. Let's go. Good night, everybody. So these are the 3 topics we're going to spend all 2 hours of tonight on. That side, this could probably shift like this. Like that. Yo, let me know you're online because I find it taking a while for people to pop up. Why is it taking a while for people to pop up? Let me make sure this is on the right settings. If you're here, say good night. Good night, Talia is here. Load on that TV! Good night, Aliyah. Good night, Ola. So we have people. Let's refresh and see how much people are online. Good night, Sherry. Liz. Marcia. Somebody say link in the chat still. I just sent it. 6 watching. Julieta. Why this person saying link again? Sahana. Right, so we're cooking here. Yo, this is what we're doing. This is what we're focusing on for tonight. This is what's going to take all of our time. Factorizing. There's 4 ways factorizing come. Actually, I have a video on this on CXC. Daughter laughing at you shouting. There are 4 ways factorizing comes in CXC. One is the general way, which I just call the while up method. And I have a video on this on YouTube. There's the 4 terms. When there's 4 terms, I just tell student 4 terms identified, but we normally call this the grouping method. There's the difference of 2 squares, and there's the quadratics. I can tell you for sure we're not doing quadratics tonight. Next week we might spend all our time on quadratics, just learning the whole of quadratics and maybe as well simultaneous equation. But we're not learning quadratics tonight. I don't think we'll have the time to do all of that. So we're going to learn the next 3. Now technically this is piece of quadratics as well, but it's so simple we could put in that as well. So we'll be learning these 3. Then we'll be focusing on algebraic fractions. Algebraic fractions in terms of like if I have 1 over x plus 2 over x plus 1 and they tell me to simplify this, what do I do? Right? This is give students some nightmares. This is cause a little action. So we're gonna do that as well. And then we'll be looking at tougher linear equations. We did some last week, but we'll be looking at some like maybe 1 over 2x is equal to, let's say, 2x plus 1. What do we do in situations like that? If we have to solve this equation. Oh, this one is a little weird. But you catch the idea. So equations where there's x's on both sides. Like maybe if I have 1 over x here and I have equal to 1 over 2x here. How would I solve this? Stuff like that. how to solve these linear equations. Okay, so let's go. Fact, but before we go, students, my student admin said to update everyone on this once I get a chance. So even those who are watching this in delay, please pay attention to this. The number one, the most preferred method I would like for everyone to use in payments. Now payments work like this, right? It should be paid for the month ahead. Now some people stick on the payment. Try not to let the student admin run you down for your payments. July or June, July, August. A mosquito fly my mouth there, man. Or it fly by my mouth. Anyway, so June, July, August, you should be paying for August, right? The number one preferred method is the PayPal. Like if you can use your PayPal, credit card, debit card, Visa card, MasterCard, whatever card, online payment, just like if you're buying something online, you go through the PayPal, ask the student admin how to do it. It's working for people. That is cleanest method, least trouble for you, least trouble for me, least trouble for everybody. You get your receipt, there's a clear marking down of everything and easy to keep track of everything. Number one preferred method. As well, just as good is the bank transfer. You could use the bank transfer online, just as good, no problems with that. Like if you transferring from another bank, you just call in, they get accustomed to what you're doing. A lot of people doing this as well. So if you're doing one of these two and you on time with your payments, good, all power to you. Just learn your maths, right? So this one is cool as well. Like if you don't have a credit card, don't have a debit card, don't have access to online banking, online, um, never really buy anything online, that kind of thing. But you maybe have a bank account and you want to use this and you want to go into the bank and deposit, do that. Now some people get problems with this. Like these two easier to do, the top two, 1 and 2 easier to do in like all over. Number one, you can do that anywhere in the world, Jamaica, Guyana, and I have students from Jamaica, Guyana, Grenada, Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago, all in this maths class. So, and some other countries too. But those are the main countries. But all in this maths class, you could use PayPal for that right through. You could use online payment. But the bank transfer deposit, where you're going into the bank, I think some banks will give, some people getting problems to do that, like in Jamaica. Some people doing it. Some people getting problems in Guyana. Some people not living close to a bank to really go. And when you go in the bank, it takes forever. So that's why I say number one and number two is the best method. If you could change to using one of those methods, talk to the student admin, just get walk through it and see how to do it. You have a credit card, you have a debit card, MasterCard, Visa card, whatever, and you use one of those methods, that would be the best thing for you. Best thing. Alright, and the fourth method is only if you can't get through with anything else. You see, when to do the fourth method, you have to put it in my name, and that means I have to go in Western Union. And Western Union service is real slow. And you all know I love my time to do other things. Time is money. So when I go in Western Union, I spend like half day and up and down, and especially if I go in with a lot, like over 4, over 5, they may not do all, they may not process all. Western Union is a scene. So when you're sending your stuff in Western Union, I still have stuff to collect from July or something in Western Union. And I still have some processes to go through with Western Union. So I would plead that you do not use Western Union if you could use the other three. And in fact, new students, we are not accepting any new students unless they could use one of the top 3 methods. Right? Because the Western Union, just like the candle costing more than the funeral. Western Union really not made really for this kind of service. They more made for sending money to family and friends. So Western Union, because they feel like I would be stealing money from people, or they feel I'm a scammer or some kind of thing, or they feel like maybe you're or whatever. Western Union not really made for that. So certain things need to be registered, and I had to show my teacher ID and school are teaching in, job letter, this, that, the other, and all of these things just wasting time. So just try. I don't want to take up too much time in the class talking about this. Just try and do 1, 2, and 3. The method 1, 2, and 3. If you know you have no other choice but to do the Western Union, maybe for this month, but you can try and look out for the other methods for next month. Alright, stick to your Western Union. But remember, it takes me a little time to process that Western Union thing, because it will have to come in my name. I won't be able to send somebody, and it takes real long. Alright, so any problems with the PayPal, just talk to the class admin going through it the PayPal is working, the bank transfer is working. People are doing those in all countries, Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad, all countries. You can do that later on this, right? So that's enough for that, right? So let's start on our factorization. Any questions on that? Good night, son, everyone. Good night, Karina. Good night, Lisa, Charisma, Christian, and everybody. So factorization. Factorization is just grouping up common things. It's just grouping up common things. So like if I have a triangle, a square, and a circle here, plus, and all of these are multiplying by each other. Let me put a circle here. Plus, excuse me, a parallelogram, a triangle, and two circles. If I am to factorize this, the concept in factorizing, if I am to factorize this, what I'll do is put a bracket here, put back my plus sign. The things that are common come on the outside here. So this is the factor or factors that comes on the outside there. Where my head is, that come in there. So what is common? We've seen a triangle is common, and we've seen a circle is common. Now we don't put two circles because only this side has two circles. So it's like the triangle and the circle. I just paint it on it. My head already buffed that way. Triangle and the circle. Right, nice. So the triangle and the circle. Now that's not all in factorization. In factorization, after you pull out the common things, you need to put the remaining things back. So there's a square remaining here. So if I multiply this by this, I'm going to get back this. I'm going to get back this. And what was missing here? A parallelogram and another circle because there's an extra circle there. That is exactly how factorization works. Exactly how factorization works. So like if I have x squared y plus x and I'm asked to factorize this solely here. My next line I'm going to put an equal sign and I'm leaving room because I want to put my brackets here. I want to put my factors in here. My factors are going to be what's common? The only thing I'm seeing common is the x. So I'm going to put x here. There's no y common, so I just have to put x here and hope for the best. And now I'm going to put back the remainder. Now since this is x squared, it means this is x by x. So if I take out one of the x, I still need to put an x here. Catch that. And I still need to put back the y. Now there's already an x for this part, so I'm already going to get back an x. So students get confused what to put here sometimes. Don't put 0, because if I put x by 0, I'll end up with nothing. I have to actually put 1. Right? And that has been factorized. Let's try our next thing. Let's see if I have m new iPad cubed 4 and I have 8m cubed n. If I have this situation taking place, can anyone tell me what the answer is going to be? Tell me what the answer is going to be. Something goes there, here, and here. What is this going to be? Yeah, that's why I had to send in you. Make sure you send your payments on time. So, sir, we get a new iPad to teach the whole Caribbean. Right? So, send your payments on time. So make the student admin run you now. Our current rule here. So, we're going to this current rule, boy. It's a little hard, boy. It has some. But there are reasons on it. There are reasons. There's no. I'm not even going to answer that. But some people probably know what I'm talking about. Where the answers, people? Where the answers? Amelia, Jody, Mary, Karina, Lisa, Charisma, Christian. Alright, I see an answer there. Anybody else? Jada. Jada with something for the people there. Christian. And Christian. So we have three answers here. The one that looking good to me is Jada's answer. Let's go through. So you need to treat everyone as a thing that could make it to the factors spot. Remember, there's a factors spot. This is the common. This is what is common. Everyone has an equal opportunity to make it today. So let's check the numbers. What is common among those numbers there? Factors, and we did this. We did HCF, we did LCM. So between 4 and 8, and you're always going for the highest common factor. What could go into 4 and could go into 8? 4 is the answer. So 4 is common. So we actually need to pull out the 4 as well. So 4 will come out. We'll worry about what to put inside here just now. Now you have m squared and you have m cubed. When you have m squared and m cubed, good night Danny, Julieta. See your answer, I see your answer. When you have m squared and m cubed, you can actually pull out m squared, you know, because you're not watching like the 2 and the 3 in common. You're just watching that there's a m by m here, and then there's a m by a m by a m here. So it means he can give up 2 m's, and he can also give up 2 m's. So what is really common when you have indices like that, m squared and m cubed, is m squared. And that's why Jada have m to the power of 2, which is sweet. Now the n now, let's look at the n. Here has 3 n's, n by n by n, and here just has 1. So the most n I could pull out, is just 1. I could only just pull out 1 n from this situation. So I have m squared, I have n. That's common. Now let's see what is left. What's left back to put inside here? To put inside here, what is left over? Well, we already have a 4. Seeing that, so it's like 1. I'm not going to even put the 1 since I'm going to have other things. We have m squared and we have m squared, so I don't need to put that as well. The only thing that left back, there's only 1 n, but there are 3 n's here, so I need to put 2 n's, n by n or n squared. So n squared goes in the bracket there. Great. So that's all there. That's all. This by that will give me back that. What to put on this side now? 4. We have 4 here and we have 8 here. It means to get this up to 8, I need to put a 2. So the numbers work like that, right? 4 by 2 is 8. We have m squared here and we have m cubed there. It means that m is missing, so we need to put 1 m there. And we have an n here and we have 1 n there, so I don't need to put any n's. And this is my final answer. Well done, Jamar, coming in clutch there. So the answer is 4m squared n squared plus 2m. So in the chat, when they put m and they put this little symbol 2, it really means m squared, right? So that's a way of putting it. I remember doing some lives this year before CXC, and some people was able to actually write equations in the chat. I forget to ask them people how they was doing that. That was real interesting. Like they were actually writing m squared and stuff like that. I wonder if they were just using a script and just plugging it in afterwards. So here's our next one for the team. Let's see what's happening. 6a squared b5c plus 9 a cubed b4 c cubed plus 12a squared b to the power 7 and c squared. So see if you can factorize this one. Now notice immediately that this one actually has 3 terms, right? Because they have a positive here, have a positive there. So the terms are actually, this is one term, this is another term, and this is another term. So we factorize in this. I see Christians say, oh gosh, but it's actually not that hard. Just think about it, be calm, think about it, just doing the same thing over and over. The numbers is like the hardest, and if you realize the numbers not that hard. The letters are actually easier than the number once you catch the hang of it, because you're just taking out the lowest number that you could get. Just taking out the lowest number. Let's see if anyone figures out this one. My brain hurts. Try it. I'm going to explain it. Just take a little bite of the current roll again. This woman get a current roll. So focusing on the numbers first. Focus on them numbers there. You know you're going to have a brackets here. Now I'm just going to put back these plus signs. Let's do it like this so you see it clearly. And you want to figure out what to put here. Well, the first thing you can see that 3 is the number that's going to go into everybody there. So 3. Good. Now we want to focus on the A's. Focus on the A's now. Well done, Jamar. That looks alright. That looks alright, but that looks kind of scary. If you're reading in the chat, it might look a little scary. Let's shift across this 3 so you can see it clear. So 3, Jada, yeah. I can see much Jamar, good, yeah. So we're looking at the A's now. The highest A that could come out here that everybody have is A squared. Because here we have squared, here we have cube, here we have squared. So the highest one is the lowest one, you understand? Highest, so A squared. Let's put A squared here. A squared can come out. And now we're going to direct our attention to the B. To the B. What can come out for B? Well, the highest one is the lowest one. What am I really saying? The highest one you could take out, the highest number, highest index you can take out is the lowest index, which is 4. So we can take out b to the power of 4. Right? Now let's direct our attention to the C. What could come out here for C? Well, the highest one that could come out is the lowest one. C. Danny, I don't know how you get C squared to come out though. Because the highest one that could come out for the C is, this is like C to the power of 1. So we could only take out a C. So that's your error there, Danny. And now, to finish the rest, we just need to see what's missing. What's missing to get this 3 to go up to 6? 2. What's missing for the A? Nothing, so don't write anything. What's missing for the B4, B5? 1B is missing, B to the power of 1. So we can just write B. What's missing for the C? Nothing. So we stop. So all that comes here is a 2B. 2B. Now let's try this too. What's missing to get the 3 to go up to 9? 3. What's missing for the A squared? A cubed. So our A is missing. B to the power 4, B to the power 4. Nothing is missing, so leave out that. C cubed. 2 C's are missing, so we'll put C squared. You understand the vibes that are going on there. Next up, to get the 3 to the 12, we'll have a 4. That's 3 by 4, make 12. But let's check the A's. Nothing is missing, so leave that. Actually, B, this is B. Oh, this one has 7 B's and we only have 4. So this is actually, I don't want to say 7 B's, it means B multiplied by itself 7 times. So over here, oh shucks. So Hannah deleted your message by accident. by accident. So what we need to put here is actually B to the power of 3, right? 3 B's are missing. And here we're missing a C. So this is your final answer. The final answer is 3A, 3, so you can double check, A squared B to the power of 4 C into 2B plus 3AC squared plus 4B cubed C. That's it. Let's try. This is as crazy as it comes for CXC. Right? It wouldn't come weirder than this. The only thing is it might have a little negative side of things. So let's see what happens. L and Q plus take away 2 square n. Do this one. Factorize. So we're factorizing this. What will be the answer when you factorize this? Yeah, that's a L. Nice. Need to do another one. I see that's a L. Yes, that's a L. So try this one. How do I get into the session? Click the link. I hope this person got in. Nikki. Nikki, are you inside? Are you inside the live? And Nuevo. LN. Now there's a little problem there. Rashad for the people. Correct. No. One mistake, Rashad. Jada corrected his mistake. Alright, so Jada has it. Jamar has it. Kemi, right. Amelia, right. So we see now a number missing here, so it means we can't really pull out any numbers. We can't pull out no numbers. There's no numbers that could pull out. So what we could pull out, by M could come out. No M here, we can't pull out no M. How about L's? Well, there's 3 here and 2 here, so the most we could pull out is 2. So we could actually pull out L squared. And N here and N here, so N on both sides, so we could take out the N. Now we are putting back the remainder. Let's put the negative sign one time, we subtract. We missed the M, and we missed the L. Because this was 2 and this was 3. And over here we have L squared and N, so we're really just missing the 2. You understand? So this is the final answer here. Starting to see people catching the hang of this. People are catching the hang of this, which means I will give 2. By the way, these are phrased exactly like CXC questions here. So lesson 1 and 2. 4PQ to the power of 5 minus minus 6q. Try this one. Then try this one. 12 by z. Put a square there by the x. Power 4 by the z. Minus 16 x squared z cubed. Good luck. Try these two questions. So try to factorize these two questions. So after we finish this factorization, we're going into our next style of factorization. For those who missed it, what we did so far, we talked about what we're doing in class. We're going to do 3 styles of factorization: algebraic fractions and tougher linear equations for class. I also mentioned the payments method for the new people that are coming in. I prefer if you just use PayPal or a bank transfer online, so you get a receipt everything one time. Easier for you, easier for me. If you can't do that, try the deposit, actual deposit, and really try and stay away from the Western Union transfers. These are harder on everybody. I think even for people to go and do the Western Union, it's take well plenty of your time, not so. And it's take plenty of my time to collect it as well. And we're now accepting new people into the class if they can't do one of the top 3 payment methods. Then we started the concept of factorization. Simple ones, more complex ones. And these are the 2 questions here. I'm seeing Amelia jumping out with something for the people them. For the first one, 2q, yeah, and the remainder pq to the power 4 minus. Right. And for the second one, Jada, what the hell is this? YZ and I seen a CD, you know. I swear I see a CD. I meant 4x, okay. So I'm still having difficulty understanding getting this factorization method. In terms of what, Katrina, what is the problem? Let me know specifically what is the problem. Right? What is the problem? So we're looking for what's common between 4 and 6 factors. What could go into 4 and could go into 6? The highest number is 2, right? So you pull out the 2. P, there's no P here, so I have to leave P alone. Let's go on to the next one. Q, there's a Q here, but there's only 1, so I can only pull out 1 Q. So now I'll be like, I need to get back 4. So I need a 2. I don't have any P's, so I need a P. And I actually need 4 more Q's, so that Q by Q to the power 4 is actually Q to the power 5. Understand? And now, well, I have a Q on this side, I have a Q, so you can rest. But we need to get to 6, so I need a 3 there. So that's where we get the 3 from. Alright. So Daniel left out here power 4. So you all see the mistakes you make if you made any mistakes. Christian, you're looking good there. Alright, next one. Highest number that can go into 12 and 16. 2 could go into 12 and 16, but it's not the highest number. So the highest number that can go into 12 and 16 is actually 4. 4 could go into 12 and 4 could go into 16, so I'll pull out 4. Then, so I had to back up with my constant a little bit. 4. Then we check the x's. I'm seeing an x squared here and an x squared there. Brilliant. So we can take out the whole x squared. I'm seeing a y here. This side has no y, so I have to leave y alone. I'm seeing z to the power of 4 here and z to the power of 3, so z to the power of 3 can come out. Not z to the power of 4, because this side doesn't have 4 z's. 4 z's multiply by each other. Oh, indices. Okay, I'm going to explain the indices concept then. So then this is 3. What was remaining here is 3, because to get to 12 now. And we also didn't have a y, and this was 3 and this was 4, so a z is missing here. Take away, I need 4 more to get to 16. 4 by 4 is 16. Negative 16 if you may. And x squared, no, I don't need an x. I don't need an x. What about the z cubed? No, I don't need a z either, so I can just stop at 4. Take away 4 and relax, right? Yeah, so you'll get the hang of that, catching the hang of that. Now, she said something about the indices. Let me talk a little bit about the indices. When I say x to the power of 5, what does that really mean? What does that really mean? If I have x to the power of 5, what does that really mean? That means x by x by x by x by x 5 times. 5 times. If I say x to the power of 4, it means, we try a little copy and pasting here instead of writing that back over there. It means x by itself 4 times, right? So what you're really doing, let me explain something, and some people may not even understand this, already understand how to do the question. What you're really doing when you're saying, like, if we have x to the power of 5 here plus x to the power of 4, and I say to factorize this, and you will get x to the power of 4 into x plus 1. What I'm really saying is, when I multiply this x to the power of 4 by 1 more x, I will end up getting x to the power of 5. Because if I have x to the power of 4 and I multiply it by just this little last x missing, all of a sudden it will change to x to the power of 5. So it's like I'm just filling in the blanks. And since this part already has x to the power of 4, I don't need to put anything else. I just need to put 1 so that it doesn't get lost, right? I need plenty of practice. Give me real homework. What? Asking for a lot of homework and thing? Pops. Right? Make sure and do your homework on time. Send it in early. I still get some late homework, but oh gosh, we get real homework this week. I'm so happy. We get real homework. And a lot of them was good. So, let's check. Let's take a little more. I am adding the indices. So, like, if I have x to the power of 3 multiplied by x to the power of 7, this is actually x to the power of 10. If I have a squared multiplied by a cubed, this is actually a to the power of 5. I'm adding the indices, and we did a class on this already, yeah? We did a class on this already. Now, this is a by a, because that's a squared, multiplied by a cubed, and a cubed will be a by a by a. So if I put it all together, I will end up getting a by a by a by a by a. How much is that? A to the power of 5. So that's how it works. That's how this index thing works. The index game works like that. Right, so let's go a little further. Sometimes you can have some grouping taking place. Now, CXC is sweet in terms of factorization because it only comes in 4 ways. And those who want to just check out all the 4 ways in a nice short video could watch my, just search Cohen Springer factorization for CXC. And you will see I just did it all in a small video and show you every single thing that could come. And I think I did a few years well. Anyhow, so what I want to show you is this 4 methods, four famous methods. This book has a lot of questions, so let me just run this question. So, like, if I have ax plus ay plus bx plus by, what the hell is going to happen there? So this, you need to approach this a little differently, you know. How I tell students to approach this. Once you see 4 terms, 99.999% of the chances this is what they want you to do. This you factorize separately, and this you factorize separately, then you'll do one more factorization at the end. Let's see what I mean. So if I try to factorize this separately, I will see that a is common here. But that's all that's common, so I'll pull out the a and I'll end up with x plus y. Yeah, plus y. Right? Now, put back my plus sign there. And I will put this part separately. I'll get b with x plus y. Right, so that's it. So what next? Well, what's next is you should see that you have x plus y here and x plus y here as well. It means this is common in the two terms. So it's our next factorization that is going here. But why just tell students to help them think of it simply? Take this and put it together. You'll get a plus b. And take this x plus y and just use one of it. And you'll get x plus y. That's the final answer there. But what's really happening is that you are, and you can write it in any order, is that you are taking all this, you are factorizing all this. So it's x plus y, and you're just putting back in the brackets what remains, the a and the b. So a plus b equal. So that's what's happening there. Alright, let's try the next one. I'm going to leave you 2 and then I'm just going to see what's going on on Sunday. I hear them crying. 2 x plus nx plus my plus ny. So that's a simple one. And 3. Ax plus 3bx plus ay plus 3by. Another simple one. So you're going to end up with 2 brackets. You'll always end up with 2 brackets like that in these. So try those 2, see if you can get the answer for those 2. Good night, people. Sorry for being late. So we're trying those questions. They're pineapple cookie. Answers pouring in there. Message retracted. Ali, I saw that. A plus. Why we have a capital E there, Rashad? Yeah, right. So correct answer. X into m plus n plus y into m plus n. You always need to see the 2 things there the same, eh? Otherwise you do some kind of madness and you need to go and sort out your madness. X plus y, m plus n. And now let's see what's common here. What's common here is the x. So x into a plus 3b. So I could comfortably put back a plus 3b here one time, you understand? Since it must be the same. And just verify that y would give me that. Yep. So that's how I do it, to kind of check up on it. And now this is x plus y and a plus 3b. Let's go a little step further. Yeah, keyboard, put that capital. Virgin, you controlling the keyboard. The keyboard not controlling you. Right? Let me go do some tougher ones now. How about 3xr plus 3xs minus yr minus ys. I don't know why I say in 1 and 2 all the time. Probably reach some kind of 10 or something by now. And 5ax plus 3bx minus 5ay minus 3by. Let's stop retracting your message. Leave it if it's wrong. If it's wrong, it's wrong. How much times I make a mistake since we teach in this class? A lot of times. Nothing wrong with making mistakes. If you make a mistake in every class from now till exam and you get one, the mistakes don't count for nothing. In fact, they was good, they help you. Alright, so for P, Q, X, something. How about copy down the right question? Good luck. Rashan, hey, yeah, get control over the keyboard there now, brother. R plus S 3x minus y, that looking good. Kemi, this is the second line, but you need to give us the final line, Kemi. Yeah. What about number 2? Anybody for number 2? Anyone for number 2? So when we check in to see what common here, we actually get a 3 and an x coming out, boy. 3 and the x, and you get the r plus s on the inside. That's 3x by r, you know, so you get 3xr. 3x by s, you get back the 3xs. Put the subtract sign here. Now this is where it comes a little tricky, because I could take out negative y, right? Because that's common here. But now I have to put r plus s here. Because 1, I have to get the same thing here and here, and 2, negative by that will give negative, and negative by that will be negative. So watch it with them signs, it could be a little tricky. So I have equal signs running down here. It's just like cut out by the screen. So 3x minus y and r plus s, if you have it, r plus s by 3x minus y, it doesn't matter the order. That's cool. 5ax minus. I got to rearrange it. Like I got to put this here and this here and then that there and that there. It don't really matter. You can make it without rearranging it. So let's look at it without rearranging it. So say ask yourself what's common. X is common. So I'll put x into 5a plus 3b. That's all I see in there now. And I have to put 5a plus 3b back here. And then figure out what to put here. You understand? And from what I see, the only thing that I'm missing is the negative and the y. So I'm going to put negative y there. I'm going to put negative y here. Now join it up. X and negative y, and take one of the brackets. 3b. Now it doesn't matter if you have the 5a plus 3b first. The other is good. Kemi, there's no negative sign in between here. You can't put a sign in. There's no sign here in the final answer. No sign. This sign joins up with this. So I have 3x, take away y. Right. Nice. Right, so people getting this thing out. I'll do two more. 4p r plus 3qr minus 4ps minus 3qs. So that's one. Let's try this one. 2e squared plus ab minus 4ac minus 2bc. And that's another one. Let's try those two. Class. Let's see if we can get them out. Oh, Mary sent me a picture in the group. Cool. Question. PS. Did I make a mistake? So what is that? By the PS in front of in the second line? What? Oh, it's a 4. This 4? My bad. How come you see the second line now? That was the first line. So we gain some answers there. So Rashad felt on some answers. I just waiting on some more. Maybe I should dive into it already. So Hannah is throwing up some answers as well. So I'm looking to see what's common here, and I'm seeing actually just R. Only R is repeating itself there. What's common here, boy? Only S. Anyhow, so let's look at the R first. R into 4P. I have to put back the other stuff because I didn't see them. Now, once I do the first one, this is why I tell students this is laughably easy once you start to get the hang of it. You put the 4P plus 3Q here one time, so you don't run into trouble. And if you see it working out, it means you make a mistake. Now, just looking to see what to put on the outside here to make it happen. I would need a negative sign. And S is missing. Remember, we were talking about that. So S. And now I group up this and that. So I take the R minus the S And then I just take the 4p plus the 3q. That's the end of that. How about this one? Now, be careful because you see a squared here. This means this is an a by an a there. So we actually have an a and an a common here. So we can take out an a and this will be 2a plus b. That one was a little tricky. Now we're going to put the 2a plus b here and hope for the best. Hope for the best, right? So I just take this and put it back there one time. What I need to get 4, but I only have 2, so I need a negative 2. And also I need a c, because a c is missing. Now let's just check and make sure this one, negative 2 by b is negative 2bc, so that's looking good. That's looking good. So now I can just come down here, join up this, and have my other guys come in there as well. Cool. So we had some problems there with the squared one. We had some problems with the square one day, boy. So I just do 2 more again. I was going to move on, but I just do 2 more, make sure people understand what to do if you see any like indices. Let's try this py plus pz, that's z, right? Plus y squared plus yz. Try that one, and then we try. Um, 2ac plus 4bc minus a squared minus 2ab. Try that one as well. So try these two. Try these two before we go on into something called difference of two squares. Did I complete in this way last time? Difference of two squares, right? I wrote the correct one. Good. Put my head down there and read some politics in the meanwhile, and people dealing with some answers here for the youths them. Alright, so that's good. So I think we catching the hang of it. I hope this means all 25 viewers. Good. If you have any problems, let me know. So what's common here was p, y plus z. Let's just put back y plus z here one time. We realize that y is missing, so I'll just put p plus y and y plus z. Yeah. Nice. P plus y, y plus c. Great. It doesn't matter which order you have it in. And on this side, down here, what is missing? Well 2c. I think I can pull out that. I can squeeze out that 2c out of this. These. Remember, I had to look at it as like half and half, right? So I'll pull out the 2c and a plus 2b. Yeah, I don't know why my brain freezed on that day. So now I'm just going to put back a plus 2b here. Now you see them negative signs, I need a negative in the dance. Do I need any numbers? No, I just need an a. I just need an a. So the answer is going to be 2c minus a by a plus 2b. You all could see that? Yes, you can. So very good. So we understand that. If you understand that, let me get some Y's in the chat. We're going on to something else. This is just a special case in quadratics that I want to talk about. Special case in quadratics. Special case in quadratics. So all Y's. Now, quadratics, a quadratic, very quickly, I'll just do a little quick look at a quadratic equation. Remember, we're not doing quadratics today in depth, right? A quadratic equation, when you factorize it, is end up looking like this, something like this. It could be different numbers, right? So if I multiply this out, this is 22x squared plus 4, 7x plus 6. So this here is called the quadratic equation, and when I factorize it, it will give me the answer is red. We will spend a lot of time in a class explaining how to factorize the quadratic equation. I'll give you a nice step-by-step flow, and you do that about 50 times, 100 times until you get fluent, right? With different questions. But sometimes in a quadratic equation, sometimes you'll have a scenario taking place like this: x squared minus 9. There's no middle term. Now notice there's always a little middle term here in the normal quadratic equation, 7x. There's a squared here. In fact, what we say is the general form of a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. But in this quadratic, there's a c. There's the squared thing in the start here, but there's no middle term. There's no bx. When this happens in factorization, they normally want you to do a method called difference of two squares. All you need to do is find the square root of this and the square root of that. So you say the square root of x squared is equal to x. The square root of 9 is equal to 3. And then you write, therefore, the answer is going to be x plus 3 by x minus 3. Once again, it doesn't matter if you put it positive or negative before. But there's a difference here. There's one is positive and one is negative. That's the trick. This is come once every year also. Like it might come in January or it might come in May. It's always come. It's come regularly. It's come probably more than that. And it's go for 2 marks. 1 or 2 marks. Collect this free 2 marks for me, please, for your exam. So let's try a different one. Let's see if we had x squared minus 16. We would say the square root of x squared is equal to x. Because x by x is x squared. This is the exact working for it. And the square root of 16, forget the negative sign for now, is you must see a negative sign here for that to work, is equal to 4. And now you just come and say, therefore, therefore, x squared minus 16 is equal to x plus 4 and x minus 4. You understand what's happening there? The x here is here. How many of you all saw this before? And I hope you understand it now. X and 4. Same x and 4. The trick is that one sign must be positive and one sign must be negative. That's it. Try these two. If I have x squared minus 4, what about if I have 4x squared minus 36? Tell me the answers for these two. Tell me the answers for these two. So factorize these expressions, using the difference of two squares method. number 1, x plus 2 and x minus 2, correct. So this one, obviously I want to have your working properly done, so it'll be like this, and then it'll be like this. That's the answer there, right? Never seen it before. What about the next one? No, that's 36. That's 36. If it was 3b, you would not be able to work it out because you can't find the square root of 3b. So it's 36. Good, Katrina. Right. Very good, Amelia. So what we need to do is actually find the square root of the 4x squared. So the square root of 4 is 2 and the square root of, so it actually works out like that. And then you find the square root of 36, so this will actually work out like 6. So your answer is going to be that 4x squared minus 36, not 66, 36 is equal to 2x plus 6 by 2x minus 6. It doesn't matter which one you put first. Right? Great. Okay, now there's one little trick with this that they like to bring pretty regularly. Where's the trick, boy? How to show this trick? Sometimes you would see something like this. I'll give me a little while to think of the question here, boy. Okay, I'll give you one example first. You may see something like 8x squared minus 32. And you might watch it and say, having sticky keys, yeah, don't worry yourself. You might watch it and say, why, currently, because like if you try to find the square root of 8x squared here, the square root of 8, you can't work out that. Right, you can't work out that. Square root of 8 is some kind of weird number. The square root of 32, you can't really work out that first. But I'm telling you that this is the difference of two squares method. So sometimes when you see this and it's not working out, what you really probably need to do is pull out a little factor first. You need to pull out a factor first. So what do I mean? You need to say what could go into both of these two things. Well, actually 8 could go into both of them. So I would say 8 into that is x squared, and 8 into 32 is how much, boy? 4. So I'd say 8 into 32 is 4. So I just factorize to start off. And now, all of a sudden, I know how to do this one, because this one, you could see it. So I could break, and this is one of the only questions that I tell students you can do it piecewise. If you notice, we're doing piecewise things here, right? That's the convention. So piecewise, you could come now and say, so you notice I put this instead of the equal sign because I'm doing it a piece. I'll say square root of x squared is x, and square root of 4 is 2. So this is like a part, a piece. And that's why I come back now and say, therefore, 8x, let's use the black. Therefore, 8x squared minus 32 would be equal to the 8. I pull out the 8 first, and now, instead of writing this, I'm going to write x minus 2 and x plus 2. So it's like I did a little step first, and then I go into my business. I go about into my business. Let me see if you all understand that. Try this question. 10x squared, sorry, 5x squared into, sorry, 2x squared into 50. Try this one. This one is pretty simple. Wow, somebody can't get onto the live. Oh. Yeah, so any answers? Right, very good, Danny. 2 into x plus 5, x minus 5, and x plus 5. Great. So what we're doing here is actually pulling out the 2. We're taking out this 2, because this 2 could come out. And as soon as it comes out, you just kind of see. Remember I told you to look out for these numbers, square numbers. You're supposed to just immediately, that top there, square root of 25 is 5. So your final answer is going to be the x plus 5 and the x minus 5. Alright, so I think we're ready for some, maybe about 3 more questions. This is a common one here. Is it 4x minus 16? Yeah, 4x minus 16. This was an actual past paper question, and in one of my videos I did it and I didn't complete it, so I'll always remember it. Try that one. Sometimes they bring it really weird, like this. Sometimes you may see this. So let's get answers for 1, 2, and 3 in the chat. I seen viewers drop in. We lost 9 viewers. Hope that is just a bathroom break. And the a little past the half mark. Just 45 minutes to go, people. First one, 4 into x minus 4. No, that's not correct, Danny. I don't think that's correct. Christian, for your answer, you'll get 1 mark out of the 2. So at least you get half mark, but there's a little problem. So I'm a bit late, Raphael. I hope you're the person who was trying to get you. Quick recap. Well, yeah, we can get a quick recap as people doing these questions. So if you all need to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. You can get a little quick recap. It might be like about 30 seconds. First thing we did, well, we talked about what we're going to do for the class. Right now we are here. We are doing 1, 2, and we are here. We're going into this next algebraic fractions. We're very close to going into that. We talked about the payment method. I don't know if you up to date with your payment method. Yeah, Julieta, you still have a problem. You still have the one little problem. Try and use PayPal bank transfer or bank transfer deposit online. Stay away from the Western Union. Factorization, we did a little bit of factorization. We talked about the concept of factorization, just taking on what's common, leaving what's remaining. We went through some quick examples, to some tougher examples. Talked a little bit about indices. That was given some problems. We talked about indices. Then we are now on, well, this was what we was doing before previously. When there are 4 terms, what to do, how to factorize. We did a lot of questions on the 4 terms like that. And then now we are doing difference of 2 squares. So this topic is called difference. I didn't write the topic here. I probably should have. So this topic is difference of 2 squares, because it actually means its name. There's a difference and there are 2 squares. Right? So then we're on to here, doing some questions in it. How you don't know what? I don't know how, or you don't know how to do it. I'm not seeing enough answers. Katrina, Marcia. Well done, Marcia. So that's the answer that I'm looking for question 1. So we get the answer for question 1. The first thing I want to do in this case, well, you could like, what a lot of people seem to do is square root each one. So now you have 2x, now you have 4. So you do 2x minus 4 and 2x plus 4. So I did this already, and I left this like this. I was doing it fast, and I forgot to do one thing, and yeah, so that's a big problem. Yeah, now you lose 1 mark out of the 2. This went for 2 marks in the exam. There's actually a factor you need to pull out first. So you need to watch this and see that 4 could come out of both of them. So it'd be like 4 into x squared minus 4. Understand? And some people forget to change that to 4. Some people say 4 into x squared minus 16, and that's why they end up with the answer. And now you deal with the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 4 is 2. So now this is going to be equal to 4 by x plus 2 and x minus 2, which is the answer that Marcia has there. Marcia Johnson. Right, so that's the answer there. So that's that. Yeah, how to take a screenshot on my phone is, press the power button and the lowercase the volume knob at the same time, and it's a Samsung. Let's try this one. Square root of m squared is m. Square root of 16n squared is 4n. So this is simply going to be an and wave. Who has this? Danny has this. And a computer taking a screenshot on a computer, you don't really do that. Excuse. Take a picture at your phone. M minus 4n and m plus 4n is the answer there. So once you get these 2 numbers, you just plug it in and play. Same thing here for number 3, and I did see some answers for number 3 coming, or one answer. One answer for number 3 came in. To take a screenshot on your computer, if you're taking a screenshot on your computer, there's the print screen, PRTSC. That usually works. And you'll copy it and you just paste it. Square root of 169 is 13, and the square root of z squared is z. So your answer for this is just going to be z take away 13 and z plus 13. Well, look why I get that wrong. Actually, the 13 was first, and that's important. Yeah. So, check your phone. Nice. Well done, and that's cool. That's cool. So good. We're ready to go into fractions now. algebraic fraction. So we're coming down to the end of the class here, in the second half of the class. There's about half an hour to go again. Algebraic fractions. What to do when you... Now everybody know, I mean, if you was here from the beginning and we did stuff like this, how do you solve stuff like that? You find the LCM of the 2 and 3, 6. 2 into 6 is 3, so you put the 3 there, put the 2 there, you end up with 5, 6. Remember that? How about if we had 2 over 5 plus 1/10? It'd be like, what's the LCM of 5 and 10? LCM lowest number, both of them can go into 10. So it'd be like 5 into 10 is 2. 2 by 2 is 4. 10 into 10 is 1. So you end up with 1 here. So this is going to be 5/10 or half is the answer. You can break it down. Right? But what to do if you end up with a variable lying down there? How do we solve stuff like this? Sometimes you end up with one variable. Sometimes you end up with two. Like sometimes maybe there might be a variable here too. What do we do in a scenario like this? You do the same thing. You need to find the LCM. You need to find the LCM of x and 2x in this case. So there'll be lots and lots of questions, different arrangements of questions you can get like this. So let's start working out on them. Let's put 1 over 2x here. What is the LCM of x and 2x? Can anybody tell me what number to put down here? What term to put down here? What algebraic term? What is the LCM of x and 2x? What's the LCM of x and 2x? X, 2x, x. So which one is it? Now you see, one of the answers you all give me there is the highest common factor. Christian, you're overdoing it with that 2x squared. And one of the answers you all give me is the LCM. So the answer is actually 2x. You want, now like when we was factorizing and you had x plus 2x, remember that we would take out x and we'd say 1 and plus 2 or something like that. You understand where you're going? Don't cross multiply. There's no cross multiplying happens when there's an equal sign. So there's no cross multiplying taking place here. Don't just multiply this by this. Think about it a little bit. Now there's a way you can use, but you can end up in problems with that way. So you can use 2x squared, but that's not the lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple is actually 2x. X can go into 2x and 2x can go into x. 2x divided by x, the x will cancel and end up with 2. And 2x could go, obviously the same thing could go into it. So x into 2x is how much? 2. So I put 2 up there. X goes into 2x 2 times. 2x divided by x is 2. And then I take this number and multiply by 1 on top there. What if that was not 1? What if it was like maybe 3? Well, then I'll take the number 2 and multiply by the 3. So instead of ending up with 2 here, I'll end up with 6 there. And now I say 2x into 2x is 1, so I'll end up with 1 here. So this is actually 7 over 2x is the answer. Right? Okay, let's try our next one. I tell you we'll be doing a lot of these. What if I have x plus 1 plus 3 over x plus 2? In this case, you can't really think of a LCM per se, like x squared and best thing to do when you have these kind of situations taking place. What do you why? Why are you making all that noise? is multiplying these two by each other. So it'd be x plus 1 by x plus 2. Right? You multiply the two by each other. As I said, that is the shortcut method. Even if in the last one you couldn't think of the thing, you could use that. You just end up breaking down some stuff and you could run into a little problems in the end. But if you can't think of anything else, use that. So x plus 1 into this. Now is the next part, the trickiest part. Yes, I nearly cancel the class because my code was acting up. X plus 1 into this. I really want you to visualize this. X plus 1 going into that means the denominator, like the denominator is x plus 1 by x plus 2 divided by what I'm trying to divide it in here, 1 x plus 1. So what's going to happen is that the other term is going to leak out. The other term is going to be left standing. When I take this and I'm dividing the denominator by that, x plus 2 is going to remain standing. So I'm going to end up with x plus 2 by the 1. I'll always need to multiply there. So I have x plus 2 there. Now if I say x plus 2 into the denominator here, what's going to remain standing? The other term, the x plus 1. So it's going to be 3 by x plus 1. So this is going to be equal to x plus 2 plus 3x plus 3 over x plus 1 by x plus 2. And then we simplify this. My brain really hurting. Go calm down, your son. Give you some time to rest. Buy some echinacea. So yeah, I use echinacea. Take 2 capsules AM and PM. That's work real good. In fact, I didn't really get it cool in a long time because of that. 4x plus 5 over x plus 1 and x plus 2. Alright, I'm going to talk to Zai and me. 4x plus 5, and this is the answer here. So I'm going to leave one with you because you're watching me through the door and parallel. 2x plus 3 and take away 5 over. You all need to send this in the book, send this in the group because to write the answer would be too ridiculous. 5x over 5x. So try this question and send it. Don't fall asleep on yourself. We nearly finished. Take a walk. Drink some water. I see no answers. Let me see. No answers popping in the group. Somebody try a thing. Even the people who's pop answers first sticking. I have no clue what I do. I zone out. We coming back. We had to break it down step by step then, and I explain what to do step by step. But I want to see if somebody could hit me something here. I'll just give you all 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to go through this step by step. Alright, again, an answer from Jada. an attempt. I respect the attempt. Jamal for the people them. Is correct. Well done, Jamar. That's for the people of group blue. Group red coming in with Ann here. Oh, you make the same mistake, Cheetah, I think. So we have a problem there. Alright, so let's go through step. My handwriting, but my brain don't know what it's doing. Now I go on with the fractions. Right, so okay, let's explain this in depth. First step, like in the first equation, there was we could have actually figured out the LCM. When it's like this, don't bother to think about no LCM or anything. Just multiply this by that and write it back. So that's the first step. Just put your long bracket, your long what's the word, ventriculum or whatever, and you multiply these two. Who was the person who found that word for me last week? And now it's going to be x plus 3 by x. Right? First step. Next step is like seeing what's left out. Remember that factorization thing? This into this into the denominator now. This part into the denominator. What's left out? The x. So it means x is going to go here. But there was a 2 from before. The 2 has to multiply by the x. If it was a 1, you just put x. Vinculum, well done. Now, the x into this, x will go. So what's left back? The x plus 3. So I'm going to put x plus 3 at the top here. But just like before, the 5 is going to have to multiply because if we can't kick out the 5. We can't kick out the 5. Right? So it's like you multiply in the denominator and then you divide and then you put back upwards. Right? It is actually very similar to what we were doing at the, I think maybe the second class we were already doing this. But we just didn't have no letters involved. Then what are we going to do? Simplify. Deal with the numerator. We normally don't multiply the denominator. You can just leave it. You can just leave it as it is. Let me see if my boy multiply the denominator. Yeah, he just leaves it as it is. That's cool. Well done, Marcia. Right, so 2x. We simplify the numerator now. We're looking at the numerator. So let me write that in a different color. Purple, come true. Green, I mean. So 2x. Yeah, we're making that out. Now, this, remember we did some of this distributive law. Everybody had to get a taste of the 5 because the 5 outside the brackets. And this is when algebras get tough for people. When you're combining like about 3 different concepts together. Distributive law, LCM, HCF, factorization, fractions. It means you need to be on top of your game in a broad range of topics. So the negative 5x, and then the negative 5 will multiply by the 3, so you'll get negative 15. So we keep going. We already settled our denominator here being that would never change. And technically, when you have an x by itself like that, you need to put it in brackets, right? But now we keep putting them in brackets for brackets' sake. Now we just group up the like terms. Remember this, simplifying. 2x take away 5x. This 15 has nobody to roll with. So it's just 2x take away 5x is negative 3x, negative 15 over x plus 3 by x. Now we could simplify the denominator a little bit, like multiply into the denominator and you get negative 3x minus 15 x squared plus 3x. And that's the final answer. It depends on what your teacher really wants. Right? Or what was asked in the question. So this is it simplified here. Let's try another one. This time I want to see some answers for real. I only get 2 correct answers. Minus answers popping out here. Group red, come on, group red. Only when I do in this class, I actually watch you any WhatsApp stories. Whole week I don't watch no stories, but when I do in this class and I wait, and then you also send something, I end up watching some stories. Send something, ting, ting, ting. My head not processing anything. 1x plus 2, 1x plus 2, negative 1x plus 2. As incomplete. Alright, blue group, we have Jada for the people them. Jada. Right, your multiplication looks good, 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 good. Ooh, second to last line where you have your arrow. You have positive 4. Should that be positive 4? Think about it. Let's check Marcia. She's going, she's not complete yet. You have positive 4 as well. Should that be positive 4? Jamar, negative 4. Good. Rearrange, carry a sign. Jamar for the blue group. Well done. Red group not processing. Alright, so let's do this one. I think you all will catch the hang of it on this one and the next one. I'm sure the next one is going to be just, my phone is just going to get overloaded with pictures. By the way, I had to go try and start to delete some of them pictures. Alright, so I just get a little vibration there. Is that a red group? Red group. Red group and x plus 1, x plus negative. Some weird stuff went on here. Boy. You play around with them negative signs a little too much. Once you multiply, the bracket is removed. So this was really good. But you just overwork and tie up yourself on one scene here. So watch out for the positive 4 sign, Liz. Alright, so let's check it out. Excuse me while I go find the clip. Please don't. Next thing I report in my class, people are jumping off to something after watching this class. X plus 2. So it's always multiplying these two by each other. We catch the hang of that. Okay. You start to get that into your system now. Multiply them two by each other. It don't matter what, just multiply them two by each other. Then you say this into that, and it's always end up being the next one Gary mean. So it will be 3 by x plus 2. Take away 4 by x plus 1. So it's like this goes there and this goes there. Yes, a cross multiply thing kind of takes place here, but this is not cross multiplication. Right? Cross multiplication doesn't happen in expressions. This is an expression. Right? So But you understand, you can store that in your brain like that's how it is going. And then you expand your brackets. Now remember, everybody needs to get a taste. So it'll be 3 by x, 3x, plus 3 by 2, 6, negative 4 by x is negative 4x, and negative 4 by 1 is negative 4. A lot of people had positive 4. At least 3 or 4 people had that. So it should be negative 4. Then you put back this x plus 1 and x plus 2. Final line now. I could just, I could rearrange it, and I'll advise rearranging it and then doing it, but I'll just do it one quickly now, just for time's sake. That's the final line there. Right. So sometimes you'll get the same exact thing up here and you'll have a cancel, but it didn't happen in that case because one was a negative. So that is that. Let's try and get to this line with everybody. Right? I know I kind of rushed to this line, but I want everybody to get to this line. Let's do our next one. That is Chavi screaming in the background there, you know. Don't call the police. That is normal behavior this Saturday night. X plus 5, take away 3, and let's put a 2 here. 2x plus 1. So I'm lost. I'm getting the hang of it. Alright, so Anne, how you lost? Let me know where. Anne, you are the one who sent this stuff? You wasn't lost, you not lost. Just have a little issue. You overdo the negative sign, the brackets. Yeah, you just overdo the brackets. You overdo the brackets. Cover the last part. Okay, yeah, you need this last part here. So why is y'all doing this question here? Take it in, snap your picture, snap your picture. Oh yeah, for Christian. Let's go back to this one. Right? Yes, so we multiply. You did that. But when you did that, you come out and put brackets here. Don't put no brackets there after you multiply, you destroy the brackets, you distribute. So no more brackets goes there. So you can just rearrange and solve. So the line that I missed out was actually 3x, take away 4x, plus 6, take away 4. And we did a class on this. We spent a lot of time on this. X plus 1 and x plus 2 goes back here as usual. What I did is bring this closer to his friend and bring this closer to his friend. So now 3 take away 4 is actually negative 1. I could put negative 1x, so I could just put negative x. And 6 take away 4 is actually 2. Right? So why is them talking them weird talks? Y'all please try and do this one. Let's get this one done. Nice. Danny, Christian, and Aliyah, try this question. Try it. Everybody can do the first line. Everyone can do the first line. Because the first line, put your long thing, and you multiply that by that and put it here. Then the one that's missing, it'll be 1 by the one that's missing. It should be this. And then it'll be negative 3 by the other one that's missing. Everybody could get. So don't keep the sign of it. It's bigger. Yes. Yes. Like in this case, you take the sign of the bigger number. This was bigger than this here. So, but that's I shouldn't have to be explaining that because we do that already. But unless you join the class late. We actually do nearly a whole class is concentrating on that. Whew, Jamari Pelto's an answer already. And it's looking good. Perfect. Well done, Jamal. And you're working on everything these days. Sweet. Oh shucks. Did I make a mistake? 3 by 5 is 15. I made a mistake there. Marcia, you make the same mistake just now with the sign. Watch out for this sign. See, when you have this negative sign here, I need to beg a little with this negative sign in the middle. That is carry on throughout and do all kind of thing. Look out for it. It's cause real trouble. So you'll have the x plus 5 by the 2x plus 1 here. You know you're going to end up with 1 by 2x plus 1 here, because that's what's missing, because you have x plus 5 here already. And you're going to end up with negative 3 by x plus 5 here. Right? You see this negative 3 by, it has to multiply there, so you get negative 3x. And then you have to multiply here negative by positive, so you get negative 15. Not positive 15. So look out for that. Lizzie, well done, Lizzie. Just switching up that sign on the end in there with a red ink pen. Well done. It looks good. Red group, Sahana for the people. Them. That is performance. Well done, Sahana. I think I'm getting it. You're not getting it, you get it. You get it. So, good. Let me just see if that's perfect. You can use other equal signs, and it's how you have no regard for the better you was writing on a paper with no lines, because you have no regard for them. If all in red group, take a look at that. No regard for them lines at all, boy. Nobody can tell me anything about my handwriting. You can't tell me anything about my handwriting, Sahana. Right? So what's gonna happen here? The 1 is gonna multiply by the, I don't need to multiply, it's 1. So you're just gonna end up with 2x plus 1. Take away 3 by the x is negative 3x, and negative 3 by the 5 is negative 15. That's the one that's tricking people. Now, you have your x plus 5 here, and your 2x plus 1. So, what we need to do is group up the like terms, so put the x's next to each other. Don't forget, when I'm moving around this, I need to move it around with its sign. Negative 15. This is where doing the homework comes into play. At least you're keeping abreast with everything. So when you're seeing something new. So this is negative x, negative 14 over x plus 5 and 2x plus 1. Keep in mind we can do stuff with the denominator, but we're not right now. Alright, so what happened here? 2 take away 3 is negative 1, and 1 take away negative 15. 1 take away 15 is negative 14. 2 more. Asking me question. 5 positive is bigger. 5 positive is bigger. So, oh, that's what you think. No, that's not his work. That's not his work. If you have negative 3, multiply by positive 5. You don't know which one is bigger or anything here. This is just a negative, and a positive is a negative. The answer is negative 15. You can put it in a calculator to verify. Now, if I had negative 3 plus 5, that's different. You're adding. So it's like I owed somebody $3 and I give them back $5. It's going to be $2. The one that's bigger, you keep the sign at the bigger number. But this is multiplication. This just has to do with 3 by 5 is 15. What sign to put? Negative and positive is negative. And yeah, we went through all of this. You need to go back and find, I think it may be the 3rd or 4th class, and watch it. If you came in late. And I said positive and a positive, negative and a negative is positive is negative, and positive and negative. And we went through all of that. Alright. This is the most dramatic class ever. So your son is me right now. Oh my gosh. Hello, sir. I asked any question. You told me, why you dissing my lines, sir? You dissing your lines. Oh my god, you have no concern for them lines. This is like, those lines are blind to you. With box on them lines. Yeah, so let's do another one. Let's do another one. 2 over 3 over x plus 4. I'm not changing up anything here because I want everybody to. I'm still going up a negative sign here because I want to see if anybody will still make that mistake again. 2 over x. Let's see what will happen here. Try this one and send it in the group. This is as far as I could get. Well, I did the question, right? So, well, I mean, there's some piecewise working there. Who's this? Who's this? Joe. You see how you had that second to last line and you forget to put the denominator? Don't do me that. Don't do yourself that. Right? But that's good. Katrina, good. So blue group, pulling through. That's Hannah and Anne holding it down for red group right now. I mean, red group is less people. Alright, so all you try and make sure you organize the payment, everything with the wow, it's 1 minute and 1 hour and 52 minutes already, only 8 more minutes in the class. Because coming into September, I will just go through everything, go through all the books and just check up on anybody who half and half in the class, and I'll send you a message to see what is your real ambition in terms of maths and the class, right? So make sure everything organized. If you're delayed for payment for whatever, let the admin know. I'm not like going to call the dead people on you and make run you down for anything, right? But just try and organize. Send them answers, right? The phone is vibrating. Blue group and red group at the same. This message was deleted. Okay, I missed it, but I must always be on my phone to try and grab the message before it get deleted. Danny, like your brain started with me. Alright, so ding, bap, 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 tap, 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 tap. Nice, perfect. That's correct. Jamar. Oh yeah, actually worked through the last part too. Great. Nice. Nice. Perfect. Garcia, I see a scribble along that mistake there. Like, nice. I don't want to tell me nothing about that mistake again. Let me just fix that back, delete that mistake and send it back again. That's correct. That's great. That's great. Great, 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 Jada. I tried to write on the line, so you see how good it's looking? You don't find this looking much better? You don't find this looking much better, Sana? So 3x minus 2x turn back. Perfect. Perfect. Right. So again we're going places, Ali. We're going places. We're going places. So we catching the hang of it. So this one is x plus 4 by x, and you'll end up with 3 by the x here, and you'll end up with negative 2 by the x plus 4 here. Now they're not like a 1 or anything here, so it's just 3 by x. So you just put 3 by x, and then this is negative 2x, negative 8. Don't let the sign out of your head again. X. Now on this it could actually be x squared plus 4x. I could like multiply the x by everything there, you know. But it depends on how far they want you to simplify. And here we'll just end up with x minus 8 and x squared plus 4x. Or I can leave it in this form as well. Right? Nice. So I wouldn't go into the last topic. I wouldn't go into this topic here. Tougher linear equation. So we'll have to tackle that next week. So I'll just end of the class on one or two more questions like this. Let's see. I'll just make this one a little trickier, to see what will happen, what people do. X plus 1. You know, the minute you start to understand and think, you know, we do math as math teachers. When we see people understand it, we just like, all right, next, let's move on and make it harder. X plus 3. So let's try this one. Good luck. Try this one and see what happens. I got two more photos from Katrina and Drew. I'll try and send in photos at all times. This is where I'll be able to, like if you're making one little tiny mistake or one idea in the way of your style of looking, I'll be able to sort out that for you here. Especially now as we don't win cross. Like as I said before exam, there was about 2,000 people on the live, and even though that's like a free class, I still feel when it comes down to it, it's gonna have a lot of people, and the learning gonna be a little different. So take advantage of this style of learning right now. Send in your message, send in your pictures. Answer by Sahana for red group. Red group pull ahead of the pack now. Look at the lines fighting to stay on the line until the vinculums. Alright, so x squared plus 3x. Excellent. Good work. Excellent. Blue group. Marcia. Excellent. Good work. Red group again. Danny. Oh, how did you get a negative x? Positive 3x minus 2x. Fix that. Everything else was good there. So good. As I write in the question, the rest of answers will flood in on the chat there. As I write in the answer myself. So what's going to happen here? We're going to end up with x plus 1 by x plus 1, x plus 3, sorry. Here will be x by x plus 3 because what is not will come up there. And this will be 2 by x plus 1. So I'll try to get the homework in tomorrow while it's still fresh. So I'll try to send in the homework as early as tomorrow. And this time it will be a little more. I've deliberately made less this week so that at least more people will try to do their homework and get in the hang of doing their homework. So this week we're going to go back to the normal 1, 2, 3, 4. When you one worksheet, two worksheet, three worksheet, four worksheet. I myself when I'm doing the solutions, just be like, why am I giving these children so much homework? X plus 1, x plus 3, but with algebra I really need a lot. X squared plus x minus 2, x plus 1 by x plus 3. That's the final answer there. The difference with this one is that since there's a little x on top here, instead of just a number, when I'm multiplying the x by the x, it actually turned into x squared. So and nobody fell for it, everybody did it correctly. X by 3 is 3x here, and then you just simplify. In simplifying, the only thing that can really simplify is the middle term. The x squared can really add up with nobody here because it's just he alone by himself as a x squared. But there's a 3x and a negative 2x. They can join up to form just x, not negative x, x. And this negative 2 has to just come by himself there. So that's that. Look out for a lot of homework on this and on the three forms of factorization that we did. We'll pull it to a close there for the class. Wise in the chat if you understand that. Wait now, who is this boy? Together we be strong. X by so understand the mistake you make x by x is 2x. Negative, some errors in the multiplication, or you're doing the multiplication. So if you have any problems with it, watch it over again. Do some research on it. The first worksheet will be asking kind of researchy questions for you. Just make sure you understand the topic itself. And then you're going to be fire, lots of questions. Alright, so later, see you all next week, same time. Getting that practice. All the best.